Want to know the first one on my list?
What's the first one yours?
Glazed donuts.
And I love getting new gear for my setup, but should I be? Probably not. Is there better use for my money? Yeah, probably. I'm grateful, don't get me wrong, but it still adds up, man.
Adds up, but I love where we are.
Welcome to the Alyssa and Julian Podcast.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Julian. And this is the Alyssa and Julian Podcast.
Oh my God, we haven't said that in like a month.
Well, they don't know that. They heard it last week.
We haven't said that in like a month.
They heard it last Monday.
Yeah, but we had told them the whole time that we were batch recording because we'll be in Florida.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh, that's irresponsible. We shouldn't have told them that.
No, it's fine. Anyways, we haven't said that in like a month. I'm so excited to do it again. Part of me wants to like batch record again just because, I don't know. This is so much fun. And I've actually like turned into like loving editing them. So I was having a blast. I don't know about you.
I have a blast. I just like to talk, so I have a blast.
Wow.
And I love the topic we're doing today. I love. It's one of my favorites that we do.
You love to talk. You should make a podcast.
Stop it. I'm on
gonna
one.
say it every day until Julian makes a podcast.
I'm on one. They don't need to hear my voice so much.
Yeah, you're probably right. Anyways. Just kidding. What's your intention for the week?
Okay.
Of the week, whatever.
I told Alyssa before we started recording that my intention is going to surprise her because she's not going to be expecting this. And I don't even think you watching this will be expecting this.
Or listening.
Listening, yes, or listening. My intention of the week is to improve at something I'm really bad at. I want to comment on every single YouTube video I watch from beginning to end. That's my intention of the week.
Comment?
Yes, here's why. That helps creators out so much. And we ask people to comment on our videos. We ask them to like and all that other stuff. And I don't comment on them. So that like literally goes for like the reactions. Like I'm gonna go back in on our channel after we react and comment on the video. I just feel like if we're asking for support, like we need to be that support too. And I feel like I just get so busy and caught up. Like a lot of times I'm not even like sitting there actively watching a YouTube video. Like it's just kind of playing.
It's your background noise.
Yeah, it's playing behind me. But like if I watch it from beginning to end, especially if there's an emotional change that I experienced during that period, I want to comment and highlight the creator and tell them how great that they are. I've been starting to try to do it. Like I've been doing a really good job commenting on like Franny's series.
I have to watch that.
The first 2 episodes were amazing. So I've been doing a good job. Yeah, she has 2 now. Yeah, so I did a good job commenting on that. I feel like I commented on something else, but some of these tutorials that I'm watching and things like that, like there's always something to say. There's something I could say, and I want to push myself to say something, especially on my creator friends pages. But yeah, I need to get better at that.
Interesting.
Yeah, 100%.
That's not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think that was really it.
But is it a good one?
Didn't throw me off as bad as you made it sound, but I do like that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I was expecting something like way more wild. Like,
listen, if anyone wants to join me, start by commenting on this podcast on YouTube. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, if you do want to join me, like let's work on this. Let's support the creators we love to watch and let's comment on all their videos. Because there's people I've been watching for years who never heard my voice before. MKBHD, I've never commented on an MKBHD video, but I've been watching him for years. He would never know. I mean, I think my subscriptions are public so they could see how long I've been subscribed to them if they have like extensions installed. But he would never know, like based upon like my commenting history. And there's a lot of creators like that with me that I just like watch their videos and I'm religiously sitting there. Peter McKinnon, I'm religiously sitting there. Casey Neistat, every single time they upload, I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there, right? When they click upload, within the first 5 to 10 hours, I am watching their video. And they've never heard of me or heard from me. Yeah, and that's the thing. So like, I want to be better in that standpoint where I'm like, yo, like, hey guys, not even just for the attention factor. Like, I don't care about the attention of it. I just want to be supportive and let these people know that like they're doing good. And because it takes at least one. Like they get negative comments, but like it takes at least one person to start saying something for then like, other people to jump in and agree and like, yeah, he's right. That's really good. Or, you know what I mean? Like blah, blah, blah. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah.
That was intense.
It was intense, but it's a
Look at
good
this
one.
cherry bomb. Whatever, I'm leaving it. If you're watching, you see it. If you're not watching,
You know what
I
drives me
appreciate
nuts?
it.
Alyssa says I'm random. No, I'm nothing like her when it comes to randomness.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I can't deny that.
I'm like a rookie at being random when it comes to you. You're like on a whole other level.
There's like a huge bump, but I'm leaving it. Whatever. I'm gonna play with it the whole time, but I'm gonna leave it. Anyways, my intention of the week is actually to try and get a video out on my channel because, like I said, we had just gone to Florida. So I have a lot of, well, I don't know how good it is, but I have some content. I barely picked up the camera, but still have content. So I have to try to figure out
some of mine.
I have to try to figure out what I have and how good or bad it is, and then depending on that, see like what I need type of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we could share footage.
So, oh my God, so kind. So, I had said literally in the outro of that video, I don't know what the video is going to be. You'll just honestly see by the title when it comes out, because I don't know if it's going to be like a week or if it's going to be like little days and I can have like multiple videos. I don't know how I want to do it yet because, like I said, I don't know how much content I have. So I don't know if I have enough content to like make it daily, but I have like, it might be enough to make it like a decent week. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean, all right, I'll tell you this. I went through my footage yesterday and I'm still going through all the footage I have.
Yeah, I don't have that much.
Together, we might be able to create a decent day for you.
Maybe.
But it just would be weird because you'll have my camera and your camera, and it just
All right,
look a little
whatever.
weird.
He just
But
bashed my camera.
No,
but
I'm
it's
just
fine.
saying.
It used to be his, so
I can do things to make them look similar. Like I can figure it out. But I'm just saying, this is from her producer / editor talking. That's why I'm talking to her like this.
But I also have it where it's like it's gonna be like 3 different things then because I have my camera and my phone.
Serious note, we're not dating. We're just in a business relationship.
Yeah, facts. We had or not we. I have like I recorded from my camera, but if I didn't have my camera, it's my phone. So it's gonna be like my phone, my camera, your it might be all over the place.
Plus my phone.
We'll take a look. Right. We literally recorded on everything. Anything we had, we just picked it up, took it out.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at my video project right now, I'm still going through organizing the footage.
I was like, God dang.
Yeah, I'm still organizing.
I didn't really clean this
everything.
table well. You see the streaks in it. Okay, so my intention of the week was to try to get a video out. That was the moral of that. Streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music,
Google Podcast,
I thought you
baby.
were gonna forget. We haven't said that, like I said, in about a month.
No, I don't forget.
Honestly, no, it's probably been like 2 weeks.
A little bit, probably 3.
I'm really
3.
tired today because our son, I don't know what he's going through. He's gotten shots lately. He's having teeth come in. He's been kind of a mess, poor guy. But he went to bed really early last night and he slept for 12 hours, but he woke up at 6:30 this morning. And because of the fact that he slept for 12 hours, he didn't want to go back to bed. So
And he had a lot of energy.
I was up at 6:30 this morning on my day off. Not really ideal, but we're trying to push through. So I'm tired. Probably why the randomness is coming out. We're going to try to make it through this podcast, though.
You got this.
He's napping. Don't know how long he's going to nap for. So, like I said,
Again,
we're
you
going to
got
push
this.
through. All right. Did you know? Fun fact. This is random, but it has to do with the podcast. Guess what episode number this is?
I already know.
What?
I already know.
You already looked.
No, I didn't look at that. I just know because I organized the folder for you.
Well, now what number is this?
12.
No.
Oh.
No, this is only episode. Okay, so technically you're right. It's episode 12.
Oh,
but
I
in
thought you meant of the
season 3.
season. Yeah. Then I know by math at that point. I
What?
know. Because we had like 6 in the last season.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to really do seasons anymore. I might just have them by episode.
You have to do seasons for the new podcast feature on YouTube for the playlist. Unless you put them all on the
might have
playlist.
to like make it different because there's going to be so many episodes in this season.
I love how we did like seasons. Every single season we like moved places where we recorded at.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But I don't know. I think I just want it by like episode number, if that makes sense.
Okay. So this guy, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but this has to be episode 30.
31. So you're close. This is episode 31.
Whoa.
Right? That's a lot of episodes. I didn't even know we were that deep. I was going through my notebook, my handy dandy notebook. Don't cut me off. Hold on. I was going through my handy dandy notebook of my notes that I have to bring to every podcast because I can't come on the spot. That's just not how I'm going to work. Mm-hmm. And I was going through it and like labeling each one. I was like, okay, episode 1, 2, and I'm going and I'm like, holy. And then I stopped and I was like, oh my God, like we are 31 episodes deep in this podcast.
The people watching me on the video know I have something that I really want to say.
What?
Really bad.
What?
Okay.
Because you're like,
yeah.
looking like an Energizer bunny over here.
I saw a stat online and I wanted to share with you and I completely forgot till you just said that. I saw a stat where it said a podcast that doesn't, once they get past, I forget how many, I think it was 8 episodes. There's a statistic number that they're going to keep going. But if you don't get past 8 episodes, you're going to quit.
Oh.
So most podcasts quit before episode 8.
That's insane. I have too much fun to quit before episode 8.
We'll probably quit at 50.
What?
I'm going to retire. It's going to be the Alyssa podcast.
I've always talked about making my own. I guess Julian will really make me do it at that point. He'll just leave. That's fine. That's rude.
You could switch to the Alyssa podcast.
No, why can't we have 2?
You want to make your own? Why do you want so much stuff?
Because I love this.
We don't have enough time for all this stuff. You don't even upload on your channel. Make that your podcast. All right. All right. Can we get into the topic? Oh, God.
Now that he just insulted me. So the episode 12 for this season is monthly favorites. By the time you guys are listening to this, there's like 3 or 4 days. How many days are there in March? 30 days.
31.
Yeah, so there's 31 days. We're uploading this on the 27th. So you have 4 more days of the month. So
I'm actually insulted.
Why?
Because you're making me do this and there's still 4 more days. What if something better comes along and I missed it?
You're like, guys, I have something new.
Dang
mine
it.
are really random. You're kind of going to laugh at mine.
Mine are kind of random too.
All right. So monthly favorites in March. We had agreed before this episode to not put our Disney trip as one of our monthly favorites. Obviously, we enjoyed it. It was great, amazing, fun time. We're already talking about going back when he's older, like in 3 or 4 years type of thing. We already were like planning out like how we want to go through it next time. Like before we came home, we were planning how to do the next Disney trip for him.
Yeah.
So that's how much we loved it. All the parks were great.
Yep.
So, but we were like, okay, we can't put that in there. We're not gonna put it in there.
If I was, Epcot would be my monthly favorite. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
My monthly favorite. I just went for a day.
I'm telling you, no, listen. That pizza that we had would be my monthly favorite, bro.
I didn't have
that
the
pizza we had in Italy, bro.
Pasta, and it was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Truly amazing. But we're not putting that in there. We're trying not to put parts of that in there. That was just like a general favorite for us. But what we're gonna list is, I don't know. For me, it was like little things I've noticed.
Little things, yes.
It's like the little things you'd never really paid attention to, but now that you're planning for this, you're like, oh wow, like oh, I do that a lot, or I do this a lot, or I eat that a lot, type of thing. There were little things where I was like, wow, like I do eat these a lot. Maybe I shouldn't, but they're so good. Like, you know how you have like certain foods that like you go through phases with? I feel like that's definitely been me this month.
And of course, I come back with tech. Tech I buy, you know.
All right. So, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You could start because you definitely like have this and like I could tell you're really like interested and ready to do it. So like I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to interrupt that like vibe you got going on.
Mine are so random. Want to know the first one on my list?
What's the first one yours?
Glazed donuts. Oh,
hold the phone.
God.
Hold the phone. No. Because you've been eating glazed donuts all month and haven't shared any with me. I haven't had a single glazed donut all month.
Because I usually have them at work too.
That's crazy,
I don't know
bro.
what it is. I used to be like a vanilla sprinkled, like that was my go-to. I still eat those. I don't know what it is. Maybe because they're fresh in the morning and they just, oh my God, glazed
fake
donuts.
Fake. You know, if you're watching the video podcast, you are looking at a fake girl right here. If you're listening, you are listening to a fake girl. Because I haven't had a single glazed donut all of March, and on her monthly favorites, she gonna
top
put
of the list.
Glazed donuts up front.
I definitely did that before we left too. I like put the top 2 that I had on this before we had gone to Florida. So
she spent the whole week with me and we didn't have a single glazed
I missed them.
donut.
I miss them so much.
I used to eat a glazed donut every morning. Do you remember that?
Yeah. See, they're so good.
That wasn't good for me, but I used to
See,
do it
that's
every
what I'm
morning.
saying. They're not good for you, but they're really good. So whatever. My next one is, like I said, I did these top 2 before we left. So before we left, we had batch record. So I was planning a lot of episodes. Oh my God, that's the
Is
greatest.
that really what you wrote?
Yes.
She really wrote planning episodes.
Yes, that was the greatest thing I could have done. I'm telling you, this podcast is my baby. I was
Sorry,
so
son.
excited. Stop it. I was so excited. I was going through and I was like, okay, next one. Okay, next one. Okay, next one. And like batch recording, like I said, was so much fun. Like sitting here, I've missed this. And then, like I said, editing has like turned into, like, now that I know how to edit them, like, I don't know, they've been a blast. Like, I'm telling you, every aspect of this podcast, whatever you want to call it, fun time, whatever, amazing. Truly amazing, which is probably why I want to start my own.
Amazing. Sorry.
Which is probably why I want to start my own, because like I'm just having way too much fun with it. I wish I did have more time to do this, because I definitely probably would have already started. But I do definitely want to start my own. I've also thought about it though, that if I did, I wouldn't know what my name would be or what I would talk about type of thing. But we could always plan it.
No, I think that instead of starting another,
no.
I think that instead of starting a new podcast, you should focus on your channel. Because
if I had more time, I would do both.
No, because I don't think you should do both. Like, I feel like with the style of your videos, listen, hear me out. Hear me out though. With the style of your videos, you can make it more podcasty feel. You can edit it the way that you enjoy YouTube.
It's not the same.
I feel like
it's not the same.
If you know Alyssa, guys, like I feel like the reason why you're saying that is because you don't edit your videos the way.
I don't even edit my videos.
I was about to say you don't. But no, not even that. But like,
myself, Julian.
No,
edited,
I
like,
wasn't
probably the
saying
last
that. Let me
3 that are on
finish.
there.
You don't edit your videos in the way that you watch YouTube, I guess. And like,
I try to,
maybe
but I haven't been editing them.
I was about to say, maybe that's the problem. Maybe because I'm editing your videos, you don't get the same like rush out of doing it. You know what I mean?
That's a fair point.
So like maybe if you started like maybe I won't edit this one. Maybe I'll let you edit this one so you could get that same like feel and enjoyment
Maybe I'll just try
out of
to edit,
it.
but I'll have you add effects, because I definitely, as I recorded, I saw like effects in my head at different points that like I want to add. So
We'll make it a collab project.
yes. All right.
I kind of do want to step back into the podcast and edit like a little bit. Not like I'll let you do the main base of it, but I want to come in and do some effects and
Effects like what?
things like that. Like color grading and things like that.
Oh yeah, that's all you. You get the hard stuff.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
To me, it is.
It's actually fun. It's
We have
art.
our own fun takes. The next thing is so
This one ain't fun.
What?
I said this one ain't fun.
Yes, it is. I have reading, because I've really been into reading lately. I think I had the book in the last monthly favorites episode, but I honestly think that was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we did one for February, so it had to be monthly favorites in January. Sadly spoken, I'm still on the same book I listed 2 months ago. So that just showed I kind of like dropped off. I literally have like less than 100 pages left. So I'm almost done with this one. I have like a next one lined up. Like, I'm so excited. So I feel like kind of reading a lot lately. I brought the book with me to Florida. Never opened it, but I had it just in case, because I feel like if I didn't bring it, I would have had time to like, or would have wanted it, would have had time to read it, like that type of stuff. So I brought it just in case, never opened it.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I was going to, but I never did. And I came home and started reading a lot. So like I said, I have like 100 or less than 100 pages left. I'm so excited to finish it. This book is actually part of like a sequel. There's like 2 or 3 books after this one. So it's kind of like a series, I guess I should say. So I'm kind of excited to like read the series. But I also have like other books I want to read. I don't know. Way too much for me. Kind of overwhelming, but
I need to get back into reading. I was teasing about it not being fun. Reading can be fun. You just haven't found your book if you don't enjoy reading. That's my take on it.
My thing with Julian though is he has so many books he just doesn't read. He'll buy the like paperback hardcover like actual book and then like listen to it on Audible.
No, I don't even have Audible anymore. It's so sad. I need to get Audible again.
He didn't deny it.
I didn't deny it. I need to get Audible again. But no, like we're not talking about me. Go ahead, do your thing.
Well, the last one I have is another food that I've been snacking on. People are probably going to judge me because it's a weird combo. I thought the same thing, so I can't really come at you for judging me. But I've been buying a lot of bananas and snacking on bananas with peanut butter.
I'm judging you.
Oh my God.
I'm judging you.
It's so good.
I'm judging.
That's because you don't like peanut butter.
Exactly. I'm judging.
No, it's so good. If you like both, try it. I thought it was weird too. My brother had tried it first and I was like, what the heck is that? He had like toast with like peanut butter and put like bananas on it. Greatest thing I probably could have ever tried.
Interesting.
That's kind of all I have. I'm trying to think if there's something else.
I should have wrote mine down because honestly,
You said you were going to.
I was going to, but I didn't. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't. I don't know what I have. I do know what I have, but I haven't written anything down. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Is it my turn, really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's all I had. Like I said, I'm trying to think of more, but
I've been trying to think of more while you're talking. But I know my first one is something like I had fell off of, but I got back into, and that's like podcasts and listening to podcasts on YouTube. Like I've been doing a lot. Like I don't listen to music pretty much anymore when I'm driving.
God, me either, and I kind of hate you for it.
I don't listen to music anymore. I've been just listening to like editing podcasts, waveform podcasts, even No Mercy by Stephen A. Smith, some of the athlete podcasts. Like I just been listening to so many different podcasts lately that like I don't even know what's popping in the music world anymore. You know, like I don't know what songs came out that are like new and good, and I don't know. I just really have been vibing with these podcasts. And what I've discovered through these podcasts, because I've been listening to a lot of like video production podcasts, I've also discovered something in myself that I really want to do. And like, I just want to become like a really good editor, I think.
See, I never thought that I would be the one listening to podcasts like I do. Podcasts honestly used to freak me out.
Yes.
Because of a fact that for me, like, I don't know, like I have to kind of either like see the person in my head, see like the vibe. I don't know. Spotify changed it to where you can now, when you like listen to podcasts, you can play it at the same time, which is kind of really cool. But the podcasts I listen to are like people I know, so I could kind of envision them like talking in my head, if that makes sense. But if I don't know the person or like know, I don't know, the people, depending on how big the podcast is, it's just, to me, it feels like just like a random voice, and it's like coming at me like through my car speakers. I don't know, it's so weird. It kind of like was like, oh no, like Julian would try to play a podcast and I'm like, turn this off. It's kind of freaky. Like it's just like a random voice through your car speakers talking to you, and you're like, what the heck is going on?
I've never heard anything like this before.
Weirdest thing ever.
Like before she said this to me, I had never heard anything like this before in my life. I was like, huh? Like, because
but think about it.
No, I hear you, but think about this. The flip side of that, we grew up. We didn't have this stuff when we grew up. So like we grew up listening to music. We didn't know what these people look like. Like I went years before I knew what some of my favorite artists look like music artists.
Oh, that's right. Music's different though. They're singing and like all this stuff. These people are just like sitting there talking. Like just think of it like, okay, I'm sitting here in this microphone talking to you. You're just listening in your ears.
You're making it weird.
Right? It's weird.
You're making it weird.
No, it's weird. If like, but they like if you watch our videos, like you know what we look like. You're kind of envisioning.
Well, now if they don't watch our videos, they just clicked off. You're welcome.
Come back. I was kidding, kind of. But it's the weirdest thing to me. It's the weirdest thing. I always thought it was weird. So I started with Cimarelli podcast because we watch Cimarelli, and then they also have it on YouTube like we do, like up streaming platforms or watching it. So I was always watching it. So like you're sitting there watching them talk, but at the same time, if I listen to it on Spotify, like I know what they look like. So when they start talking, I know who is who. So like I'm just kind of like picturing them almost like sitting at their table talking. And then like all the all the other podcasts I watch or listen to are people I watch. So like I don't know, like I just have to make the connection, and it makes it a little better because now I love podcasts, but I don't listen to a lot of like random ones, so to speak. I listen to like people I know, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. I I don't know. I do listen to random ones like Colin and Colin and Samir aren't random. I know Colin and Samir. Like,
right.
I've
Like,
watched
people
Colin
you
and Samir.
know.
But like sometimes I just kind of let my YouTube play through. So sometimes like if a video is recommended to me, even sometimes like when I'm listening to stuff in the car though, like I have YouTube Premium, so like it kind of just shuffles through while my phone is closed and stuff, and I just kind of let it. And like I'll have like a YouTube video giving me advice about something that I'm trying to do, and I'm like, oh, that's fire. Like a lot of times I just listen to YouTube videos and treat YouTube as a podcasting software.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have that. So if my phone shut off, like, it's just silent.
YouTube podcast just came out, which is cool. So like YouTube is going to be moving in the direction of like supporting podcasts and helping. And they've been saying that for a while. They wanted to, so it's cool to see it come out. This playlist that you're listening to right now is actually a podcasting playlist that I was able to create, which is really dope. Again, shout out to YouTube for it. It was kind of last minute, so that's why it's just random pictures of us. I kind of just hopped online and was like, this is here. And I made like each one a different picture of us throughout the years. Like each season is a different picture of you and me.
I mean, that's interesting.
Right?
I never saw it online.
Yeah. So that's the new thing. So I didn't really edit the photos. Maybe I could have edited the photos a little bit first. I don't know. Anyway. My next favorite. Man, what is my next?
Oh my God, that was such a long like topic. I was like, wait, you said a favorite, and I forgot it was the podcast, the whole hence of that. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Now that I know I'm boring her on this episode. All right. Anyway, my next favorite has been my editing software, DaVinci Resolve. I talk about them all the time. If you're a YouTuber just starting out, please go download DaVinci Resolve and use DaVinci Resolve. It's a great software. The owners are amazing. Like they're great people. They talk about, what their envision is for the software, why they make the software the way they did, why the price is the way it is. They have this cloud edit feature that's like the coolest thing ever. And I've been messing with that a little bit as of late. So yeah, DaVinci Resolve has been like where I live right now, and it makes me want to edit more. Like I enjoy it so much that like I'm having fun, and like these projects, like I'm doing things I never used to do before. I used to throw my stuff in there and just leave it all scattered around and like, figure out where it would just be a mess. The projects would be messy, right? I'm going in before I even touch my edit this time. I'm organizing stuff, putting them in bins, color coding my timelines. I love that. It's all insane. But like it's these little things that are just making me a better editor, and like watching through all my clips because I can, see what I have and know the story that I'm trying to tell through these videos. And I don't know, I'm just getting really, really excited about that. And I don't know, it's something about becoming an expert editor. Right now, that's my goal. So like whether it be music or sound effects or VFX, whatever it is, I'm trying to do what I can to learn it so that I can be a better editor and make better videos, tell better stories at the end of the day.
We love.
So yeah, monthly favorite has been DaVinci Resolve because I've lived there forever. Actually, another monthly favorite I didn't even think about, but it just came to my mind. The Cimarelli piano course.
Oh yeah.
Monthly favorite. That thing is awesome. Like I had to take a break because we had to obviously go away, and I didn't bring my piano with me. I wasn't gonna bring the whole thing.
Checking this piano.
Yo, right? Like checking on a flight. No, it was so good though. Like I've learned a lot already, and I feel like I just started. Like I was going through some of the skills I have yesterday, writing them down, just taking inventory. My skill in piano is really low. Like I put it as like really like 2 out of 10.
So you put it at like 2.
Yeah, but like it's still, to even have it added to says a lot about the Cimarelli course. Like, cause I'm only in like week 3 of their classes, so like I'm all in on that. That's dope. And I think I have 1 more or 2 more after that. I'm gonna talk about this one, and I think I might have 1 more after that. I just gotta like think about it. But this is something I just got recently. This is the DJI wireless mic kit, and I was just talking about how I want to make better videos and tell better stories. Well, this little guy right here is going to help me do that. Basically, it's a little wireless microphone that you clip on, you use it. You could clip it in here. No one will see it, but it's a omnidirectional microphone. It can pick up anything in this entire room. and it's wireless. So basically it's going to allow me to get some better shots. I can, record away from my camera and you guys could still hear me perfectly. Just do some cool little, artsy shots, things I couldn't do before. And then also we've been using it for the reactions, because in the reactions you would hear sometimes me, but not Alyssa, or vice versa.
Yeah, mine would be like really quiet. Sometimes you would just see like my lips moving, but you can't necessarily hear what I'm saying. Or like, because at that point I have to speak up kind of to like reach the microphone. But like to me, we're just recording a video. So like I just want to kind of talk like this type of thing. But it's too quiet for that microphone. So then if I speak up, then I feel like I'm yelling and it's just unnecessary. So I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But you can't hear me. But I don't want to yell. But yeah.
All right. So this is probably going to be my last one. Again, it's something I bought. Can I just grab it?
Sure.
I don't know if any of you have ever heard me. Well, let me sit down first and I'll talk. I don't know if any of you have ever heard me complain about the mouse I had. I had a cool
all the time
button mouse. It did its job, but it wasn't this guy. That mouse was a wired mouse. It would, only had 2 buttons. They weren't really programmable. Like some apps would allow me to use it, others wouldn't. This guy right here is called the Logitech G502 Lightspeed. This is the coolest mouse I think I've ever used in my entire life. It has 11 programmable buttons, and each button is programmable inside of each app I use.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored at all, but it's just insane because, first of all, like as a gamer, my gamers who are listening know you don't want to buy a wireless mouse because there's latency. No latency. That's why they call it Lightspeed. No latency whatsoever. The other thing is, getting programmable buttons. Oh, and you could change the weight of it if you wanted to make it heavier. You could add weights to it. Yeah.
Why would you want to make it heavier?
Some people like it heavier. Yeah. But the thing with this mouse is like if I click into a certain program, I could program the buttons on this mouse for certain programs, and I could control the mouse speed for certain programs. So like I could have certain speeds for Fortnite, but then like in my editing software have a different set of speeds, as well as like a set of buttons that I have mapped to these buttons here, like keys that are mapped to these buttons here in the game, and then a different set of buttons that are mapped to like DaVinci or Premiere. Even like for Chrome, like I could have different buttons set to here for Chrome. Like if I wanted to like pause a video quick, I probably should do that.
Oh.
But I could, pause the video quick here, and even like you name it. If the app is openable on your computer,
is that a word?
Yeah. If you can open the app on your computer, you can set the mouse buttons. This has been clutch. This has been making editing go so much faster. I literally click 2 buttons and it's like chop, 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 chop.
Julian's been trying to like teach that to me. I feel like I'm a lot of like, if I've been doing it for so long, it's just like a force of habit. So like it's hard for me to like change my mind to be like, no, do this instead type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I edit, like I'll just like right click, like ripple, delete, right click.
Yeah,
cut,
that's
like
so
all
many
that stuff.
steps when you could just click a button, bro.
Yeah, he's been like, okay, click this to do this and click this to do this. First of all, I'll have to remember that. If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. I'll have to remember to click which buttons for which thing. So, like, I don't remember to do that because by the time I'm editing, he's like, oh, did you do this? And I'm like, oh, yeah, no.
Can I say one thing, though? If you click the wrong thing, that's what the undo button is for. You actually just made me think.
That's another button for me to remember.
You just made me think. I didn't map undo, so I think I'm going to map undo tonight. So I remember.
Yeah, see, I'd be like, oh, and then I'd be like messing up my whole timeline because I'd be like, oh, I messed this up, but I pressed this button, but I didn't do what I wanted it to do. So now I'm trying to undo this, but undo the one before. Yeah.
Dude, and
I can imagine that being such a mess. Oh my God. And if I've ruined like a video because I'm just clicking all these buttons, I'd be like, I quit. I'm done.
And it has a like switchable scroll wheel. So like you could change it. That's so dope. I love this thing.
What?
These are my 2 tech products of the month right here. I love these bad boys.
Every month you'll probably expect Julian to have at least one.
No, I think I'm done for a while. Like I'll talk about tech that I've had previously that I've just like maybe rediscovered or started reusing more. But I think I'm done buying new things for a while. Really? Yeah, I learned a new term. I was talking to like our rep for DaVinci Resolve about it yesterday. He taught me this term called GAS. It's called Gear Acquisition Syndrome. And the thing with that is there's always going to be new tech, new gear coming out. So of course, like you're going to want to buy it. But then like people can't afford to keep buying it. Like a lot of YouTubers are fortunate. They get some of it for free because they review it. And then, you know, some of these guys are like saying, oh yeah, go get it. And a lot of tech YouTubers were under fire for that same exact reason. And it's like, yeah, like I don't want to say a victim because no one holds my hand and drags me to the store and says, buy this. But like, I do have.
You don't have to.
Yeah. Well, listen, anyway, I do have some sort of like gear acquisition syndrome thing going on here. I will say that because I like to buy tech and I love getting new gear for my setup. But should I be? Probably not. Is there better use for my money? Yeah, probably. Like, so with that being said, I have everything I need to make amazing videos. I just need to do it and I need to sharpen my skills. So from here on out, I will be going all in on like just getting better and becoming an expert with what I have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. That was really deep. But if for anybody out there who's like that, man, like, listen, don't go broke over these things. They come out with new stuff every month. And you know, what you might have you consider the latest and greatest, or what you want to get might be the latest and greatest, but it's only going to be the latest and greatest for a couple more months. Keep that in mind. And then something better is going to come out because someone else is going to look at that and say, wow, how can we make this better? This right here, this mic is a perfect example. I was going to buy the Rode Wireless Go. And then I looked at this thing and this mic is way better than the Rode Wireless Mic Go. And it's only $30 more. But guess what? A year ago, that didn't exist. So if I had bought the Rode Wireless Mic Go a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to get this. The Rode Wireless Mic Go doesn't have a charging case like this.
Really?
Yeah, and it doesn't have the magnetic pieces, and I don't even think it has the solo recording because these devices each like solo record to itself. I don't even think it has that.
That was like more advanced.
A little bit, and it's only $30 more.
That's not bad.
It's a better product for $30 more. This is what I'm saying, like. And you could look at any piece of tech with this. I bought the Rodecaster Pro. They came out with a Rodecaster Pro 2 a month later. I bought the M1 Pro MacBook. They came out with an M2 Pro MacBook now, and M2 Max. And it's just like, dude, like you can't keep up.
Yeah, honestly, you'll never win because they make like the same thing with phones.
Especially
you get the new
phones.
phone, they come out a new one like a month later.
That's one I don't. Feels like. That's one I don't plan on touching for a while until like Apple stops sending updates for my phone. I don't think I'm getting a new phone. Because like, think about this.
Update my phone.
What else can they do to these iPhones? Like the cameras are like top notch, and I have that camera. I don't need.
What do the new updates do? Like just fix like bug improvement type things. I feel like if you update your phone, it's like the look of it, like the look of like what my phone looks like compared to what your phone looks like is definitely different because I'm really bad with updating my phone. But anyways, the look on the phone itself is different, but other than that, like, so the only difference I've really saw was when they changed the whole like message thing. Well, you know how messages used to be, and now they're like the bubbles. Yeah, that was a big difference.
I don't even remember that, but that's interesting.
A huge difference.
So here's what I will say to you.
I noticed it because I don't update my phone where everyone else does.
Here's what I'll say to you: update your phone for security improvements for sure. The new iMessage thing is cool. Being able to unsend and edit messages.
No, that's a little sus, but that's a whole other topic.
What if you're like, oh, I sent that to you by mistake, and you
say, oh, I sent that to you by mistake, because then the person's gonna get the notification that you unsent a message or something, and they're still gonna be like, oh, what was that about? What did you say? Oh, and you're still gonna say, oh, I sent that to you by mistake.
That's a good point, actually. Did it just get darker in here, or am I tripping?
No, we don't have the big light, so sorry about the lighting, guys. Don't come at me. Anyways.
No, but it definitely did just get darker in here. All right, anyway.
Well, maybe because we don't have the light, so they're just going from the... I don't know. Anyways, he says I'm random. Anyways, it's still going to end up with the same conversation, I feel, so... And then it gets weird in the conversation because you're like, what did you send? And you're like, oh, never mind, I sent it to you by mistake. And you never... know what the person sent you exactly.
How about being able to edit the message?
I mean, I guess, but you could also just retype and correct like you normally would. I don't know. See, like, I don't know if I would use those features.
I do.
Editing, maybe. I know, and it's so weird because like you get the message, like the original message, and then you get another one that says edited to. And
you get that. Not someone with an updated phone.
Same thing sometimes. Like it's the same message.
Yes, but because like one word is misspelled, but I'm saying that.
No, but if you read it, it's the same message. Right. It's weird. It's pointless.
No, so this is what I'm going to tell you. You don't get that edited to if you update your phone.
I mean, I get that,
You-
but
it literally is
right
just the
now I
same
get
bubble.
the same message twice, so there's no point.
Yeah, there is a point. The point is you won't get the second message. It will just fix it.
At that point, you just leave the first one. I feel like the unsend is a little weird, but
Okay, anyway. Good luck getting Alyssa to update her phone. But anyway, what else? Is that it? I think that's it for me.
favorite. I don't know. Probably still like literally. It's weird because if I look back and think about what I had 2 months ago, like my iced coffee order, I know I had that in the last one. Still the same.
Can I tell you one that started for me that's like my monthly favorite?
What?
2 things, 2 shows, monthly favorites for me. The Last of Us.
I knew it.
It was such a good show. Such a good show. And The Mandalorian.
Oh,
The Mandalorian came back, has been a great addition to like my daily watch or my weekly watch. Sorry.
yeah. Julian was trying to log in on his phone, but I didn't know my password, so then I was trying to reset it and all this stuff. So I'm pretty sure I'm logged out on my phone as well. Still not knowing my password.
Yo,
So
that's the crazy part because
have to redo
so we're
that.
on vacation and I'm like trying to watch The Last of Us. The hotel Wi-Fi was garbage. That's why you hadn't
that's
really
why
heard from
I'm
us.
logged out on my phone.
But yeah, well, I was trying to watch the season finale of The Last of Us and the hotel Wi-Fi wouldn't let me. It was annoying.
So he was
Anyway.
like, log me in. And I was like, okay. So I tried a couple things and I was like, I don't know my password. So then I was like, all right, send a link. And it sent a link to my email, but then put me back on like my phone. And I was like, what? Like it was so weird.
It probably will
didn't-
work better when
It
the
didn't
internet
have
works
me
better.
reset a password, which is why I still don't know my password. So I just logged out and I tried to do it. But like he said, the hotel Wi-Fi was so bad. It didn't work. And I kind of just gave up and I still don't know my password. And now I'm still logged out.
Well, so all right. So then here's the other thing though. The reason why I wanted to watch the finale so bad. Hayden Hillier-Smith, Logan Paul's editor. I don't think he still does, but he used to be. But what he did was he put out a like episode interviewing the editors of The Last of Us. But then they had a bonus episode like came out after the Last of Us finale because it spoiled the finale. So it came out after. So I wanted to watch that edit, but I couldn't because like I wanted to watch that on the plane, but I couldn't watch that podcast on the plane because I hadn't watched the episode yet. So as soon as we got back, I watched it. But
You had to catch up on everything.
yeah, that was interesting. We're still getting caught up on some of the reactions we missed. Like there's so much.
Oh my God. We're trying to get caught up on reactions. Plus, obviously, everyone's still like on their schedule. So they're still uploading. So, like, if you go on our reaction channel, like Tuesday, so like 2 days ago from when we were recording this, we had like double Meryl twins because we had to catch up. Plus, obviously, they dropped a new one. Like, oh my God. It's kind of weird because you're like, oh, did I miss one still? Like, did I get them all? And you don't know like what's new and what's old anymore because you're trying to catch up, but they're still uploading. So you're like, wait, was there a video before this? It's kind of weird, but like
I
we're
think
watching so many videos. It's kind of fun.
I think this is the most we've uploaded in a long time. Like this week has been the most we've
Yeah, it's
uploaded.
been almost
Every single day it's like 3
every day
videos.
because we're trying to catch up.
And it's
but
gotten to
they're
the-
also uploading. So it's like, yeah, we'll just do it all. Let's go.
It's gotten to the point too where now like I'm editing to like help out and lighten the load cuz like
God, yeah, the last 2 times we've
yeah.
put up, Julian's edited all 6 of them, but he put up the last 3. So
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what? Okay, which is why you had early uploads. But
Thanks to this bad boy right here, G502 Lightspeed. I'm just
that's
saying.
a whole other topic.
I love that mouse, dude. I like if anyone ever asks me for mouse recommendations, this is what I'm recommending. I need to figure out what keyboard I want because I need to switch over because I don't know if I want to get the Logitech keyboard. It's really expensive.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm not buying anything else for a long time. I'm just saying.
Interesting.
Eventually, maybe towards the end of the year, I'll treat myself to some tech if I really go well without getting anything. But I'm not buying anything else. Oh, you know what I did want to say? It's so crazy to me. I want to shout this out. This is so random, but I want to shout this out. I was on YouTube looking at our comments and someone was like, yo, AK put you
Oh
on
my
his
God.
TikTok. It's so crazy to me to like get love and receive love from like the makers of these videos who like we react to.
I was going to upload, and I was on like our YouTube studio dashboard, like going to up like all that process. If you know, you know. And you see the comments on there, and I was like, oh my God, like, did you see this? And he was like, what? Because he was doing his video. You were doing something on the laptop, and I was on the computer.
I was doing thumbnails.
Yeah, and I was like, did you see this? And he was like, what? And I was like, someone commented saying that AK reacted to our reaction on his TikTok.
I am the real
Literally,
AK on TikTok,
I've never seen
by the way.
Julian jump out of bed so fast.
Yo, but like, it's just like, I don't know. It's something about these people, like, because I'll be honest, I was a little subconscious about doing reactions in the beginning, because I was like, dude, like, who wants to watch us watch YouTube? And like, we've been doing it for like 2 years now, right? Like, or is it 3? I think it's going on 3. Yeah, because we started in 2019. So it's going on 3 years. We've been doing it for 3 years now. I'm like,
no, 4.
4 years. Yo, I can't count. Holy cow, 4 years. Okay. So we've been doing it for 4 years now. And like, as we're doing it more and more, like, we're getting noticed by some of like the creators we react to all the time. And it's like almost like an emotional process, like every single time. Like, I'll give you a great example. Like, we met Kevin at Playlist Live. I knew Kevin knew who we were, right? But it still hit different when he commented on the video.
It's crazy.
Right?
It's
like,
insane.
it still hit different when he commented and said best reactors out there. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, I don't know, something about that, man. And again, it's like, it's all thanks to you guys. I feel like I say this all the time, but it's all thanks to you guys. Like, you don't understand, even if you watched, like, if you got busy and clicked off, you still clicked on, watched the video, and YouTube was like, oh, you know what? Let's recommend this more. And then let's keep recommending more. Let's recommend it more. And then it's getting back to these creators. So like, thank you guys. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for listening, watching us. Anything we do that you watch, like, thank you so much. Like, we love what we do, and it's a big deal to get support on the things that we love to do. And
big facts.
it's only going to get better. The more, like I said, I'm so committed to getting better on my end. I know she's committed to making, this podcast better for you, the reactions better for you, like maybe her videos if she ever uploads. But
anyways,
well, no, seriously,
you were doing great, but
seriously though, we're committed to like bringing you guys the best thing we can, and the support we're getting from you and from these creators is really just so amazing, and it's a blessing.
Making me cry. Until he said the part about my videos, but if you push that aside, it was beautiful.
Dude, did I tell you what Brian told me about my video I made? He was like, literally in all caps, bro, you're so good. Like, I'm like, bro, you helped make this happen. You helped me line up these shots. You told me where to put the camera, a lot of these things. You know what I mean?
A funny story?
What?
This might make our podcast episode come to an end, but our son's slowly starting to wake up, and he heard you talking, and I'm pretty sure he was just like, Dada.
Well, on that note,
faintly heard that.
What's the question of the week? So we could
my question of the week, I thought was interesting. Okay. I kind of allegedly stole it, but it was a great question. The question of the week is,
I don't even know what you said. I think she said she allegedly stole this question from another podcast.
To know what I said. I didn't know. I didn't say it was from another podcast. Ha, got him. The question of the week is, what brought you to this podcast?
Alyssa dragged me and made me sit down and record it.
Oh my God.
She was like, sit your butt down. We're recording this podcast.
Okay, so if you watch our reactions, I always say that there's applications up for his spot in the Alyssa and Julian like reaction thing. Yeah, there's now one in the podcast.
No, seriously though, she dragged me to Target and was like, we're creating a set.
No, I didn't drag you to Target. I had said that I wanted to do a podcast really bad. You were surprised, and we went to Target to just look. We went to look. And I'm pretty sure we left with everything we needed
and,
to make a podcast.
And the next day, or not the next day, but like the first episode wasn't what I liked. I didn't like it. I'm somebody who likes to put out the best quality I possibly can. So I went and bought a whole audio interface after that. First episode was not up to par.
But we made it work, and look where we are. 31 episodes deep.
I mean, listen, you spent my good money, like I hope.
Yeah, I think we left Target that night spending like $100 plus. We bought like the table we were sitting at, the chairs we're sitting on now. What else?
And we had to buy that. The Rodecaster was like $400.
Yeah.
I bought it off Marketplace, but still, like, you know, he gave me a deal, but like, still $400. You know what I mean? So like, I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, but it still adds up, man.
Adds up, but I love where we are.
I do too,
We're
man. That's
great.
what I'm saying. Like, and I say all that to say, like, look at all this stuff. Like, we don't need any more gear. Gas
I
is
tell
real.
that to Julian all the time, and he still comes home with more gear. But anyways.
I can't.
But
Well,
yeah, I want to know what brought you to this podcast. Do you watch our reactions? And we said we were making one. You came here. Did you find us somewhere? Did you see us on YouTube?
Side note, I think we got to do more promo in our reactions. We don't talk about this stuff a lot. We kind of just like leave and don't talk anything. Like I feel like we don't talk about the stuff that we do. I feel like people just see that.
As in what?
As in, like, at the end of the reaction, we could say, hey, go check out our podcast. Hey, go check out our YouTube channel. Go check out her YouTube channel. Go check out that. Like, we do not do well with
Everything
that.
is linked below in our reactions.
People don't read descriptions anymore, though.
So why is it in there?
I don't know. I think YouTube eventually
Everything-
might get rid of descriptions.
Really?
I think so.
Everything is still in there in the reactions. If you go to our reactions, actually in this too, in our podcast, our reaction channel, our personal channels, our Twitter, our Instagram is in the description. Go stalk us. I gave you permission.
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
so.
you left that weird. You left me.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I mean, I guess you could. Like,
Go do it. Go check us
I'm
out.
not interesting. I don't know why you'd want to.
Check
but
out
hey.
everything we have. Yeah. But I want to know. I'm curious. I saw that question and I was like, that is I think it was actually like what brought you to this channel or podcast. I don't remember where I got it from, honestly. I can't even give credit to where credit was due. It
What
wasn't
brought
from me though.
What brought you to Alyssa and Julian? What was your first Alyssa and Julian experience? Part 2.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. What was your first Alyssa and Julian experience? That's a good part 2 question.
I'm nervous, but I'm really intrigued. So if you're listening this far, if you listen to this whole podcast, let us know. But yeah, it was great to be back. We'll see you, hear you. Well, you'll hear us next week. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Remember, nothing without goes easy, man. We out.
Peace.